Jason's final level. Revenge mode activated. The screen fades in slowly, revealing a familiar creepy setting. Camp Crystal Lake. Crickets chirp faintly in the background. The famous hockey-masked figure, Jason Voorhees, sits in his dimly lit cabin. There's an unnatural stillness in the air. Even Jason seems defeated. His machete leans against the wall, untouched. His hands clutch a tattered asterisk, Friday the 13th. The game asterisk poster as he stares blankly at an old flickering TV. Suddenly, text flashes on the TV screen. Attention, Friday the 13th. The game server's shutting down permanently. A tense shot captures Jason's reaction, or lack thereof. Masked as always, he silently lowers his head, his breathing growing heavier. A single tear lands dramatically on the faded game poster. The screen cuts to black, accompanied only by the sound of deep, muffled breathing. What happens when a relentless slasher can no longer slash? A hilarious montage begins, showing Jason trying to adjust to a normal, mundane life without his game keeping him relevant. In the first clip, Jason attempts a call center job. The camera pans over a bland, fluorescent-lit office as Jason sits awkwardly between two terrified co-workers. The phone rings. As Jason picks up, he utters a single, menacing breath. "How can I help you?" The caller stutters and immediately hangs up. Jason tilts his head in confusion but resumes heavy breathing. A no-performance bonus chart pops up on his desk. The scene cuts to Jason trying his luck as a pizza delivery guy. He delivers pizzas, but with his signature weapons sticking out of the boxes. One customer opens the door, sees the machete impaled in the pizza, and slams it shut, screaming, "Not worth the tip!" Jason stares at the closed door, letting out an annoyed grunt. Final attempt, Jason becomes a Twitch streamer. The screen fades into his new setup, vintage CRT monitors and neon lights. He's silent for 10 minutes into his gameplay, playing asterisk Dead by Daylight asterisk until he rage smashes his controller when the screen flashes eliminated. Jason sighs heavily and walks off camera. The Twitch chat floods with comments. Is this performance art? After countless failures, Jason returns to his silent cabin. He looks at the crumpled game poster again. This time his grip tightens. A hockey mask-covered grunt of determination echoes as he grabs his machete. The screen transitions into a revenge planning sequence. Jason spreads out papers and markers on his rickety wooden table, blueprints detailing server locations, flowcharts labeled developers = bad guys, and a crudely drawn meme of servers offline with Jason chasing it. He dramatically ties his machete to his back and stomps outside, Q-rock music blaring as Jason hikes into civilization, ready to take revenge on corporate gaming greed. Jason bursts into a small data hosting facility. The alarm blares as IT workers scramble and scream. He storms past cubicles while the terrified employees yell, "It's Jason Voorhees, and he's got documentation." Jason shoves a giant CRT monitor onto a server rack. Data cables snap. In one corner, a brave IT guy jams an antivirus USB stick into his computer, hoping to banish Jason in the only way he knows how. Jason leans in close, stares at the guy's terrified face, and tilts his head ominously. Good luck, man," the guy whimpers before fleeing. Jason shrugs and smashes the firewall like it's a piñata. Jason infiltrates a sleek corporate boardroom. A group of overly confident executives is holding a presentation titled, "Why Killing Nostalgia is Profitable," on a PowerPoint slide. Jason towers silently at the head of the table. An exec nervously hands him a pointer as if inviting him to speak. Jason flips through their lackluster slides. It's littered with jargon like KPIs, server costs, and market retention decline. Without hesitation, he slices the remote and the laser pointer with his machete. "Listen, Jason," an annoyingly cheerful exec begins. "It's just business. Your franchise is nostalgic nostalgia, but we've moved on to live service games like asterisk Fortnite asterisk." Jason replies in complete silence, raising a severed monitor like an axe. The exec shrieks, and Jason lets the screen fall just inches away, letting them escape. The boardroom chair spins as Jason sits back, dissatisfied. Still frustrated, Jason trudges back to his cabin. He finds a stack of floppy disks, wire-ridden monitors, and an ominous user manual for How to Code, 1994 edition. Determined to resurrect his digital self, Jason embarks on a montage of gaming innovation, or something like it. The cabin becomes a chaotic, electrified workshop as Jason mashes keyboard buttons to the sound of techno beats. The text, Friday the 13th, 2.0, asterisk, slowly flashes onto his screen. When he test plays the result, the game is a laughable, pixelated mess. Low-quality Jason waddles comically across the screen, swinging a machete wildly as NPC characters glitch into trees. Jason groans in defeat and smashes his computer with his weapon. Dejected, Jason returns to Camp Crystal Lake. He sits by the water at sundown, seemingly accepting his irrelevance, but in the distance he spots a flicker of light. Voices echo through the dark forest. Curious, Jason hides behind a tree and peers out. A group of nostalgic gamers sits around an old CRT monitor rigged to a campfire generator. They're running asterisk Friday the 13th, the game asterisk on a private server, laughing as one of them gets stuck in a bear trap. Jason's ominous breathing quietens as he watches them. The moment is oddly serene. Jason, infamous killer of Camp Crystal Lake, suddenly feels seen. With heavy footsteps, Jason slowly walks toward the campfire, machete glinting in dim light. The gamers freeze as the masked figure towers over them, paralyzed with fear. But Jason doesn't attack. Instead, he places an old boxed copy of asterisk Friday the 13th, the game asterisk on the table, now decorated with a shiny blood-red sticker featuring a cartoon machete and a thumbs up. The gamers stare, slack-jawed, as Jason awkwardly gestures toward the gift before disappearing into the forest. Did Jason Voorhees just bless our server? One finally says. Jason sits by the lake again, staring at the moonlit water, his machete resting beside him. Nostalgic music cues in as the camera pans out. Faintly in the distance, the happy screams of the gamers echo through the cold night. The screen fades to black. Text appears. Legends never truly die. The spirit of the game lives on. Thank you, players. Asterisk. The credits roll, but not before a post-credits scene. A bugged NPC version of Jason glitches on the screen, hilariously running in endless loops as text pops up. Server error. Please reboot. End.